What's up, everyone? What is up? I'm not doing anything, just chilling at home. So I wanted to do a another prompt live, right? A conversational, maybe debate, maybe back and forth live. So if you guys are bored, I'm bored. Let's have a conversation, all right? Um, with all the turmoil that's happening in the U.S., even around the world, okay, I wanted to, talk about it a bit. And I also think where, I've been seeing a few amazing Americans expressing how much they love America, and I love it, right? I love America. I've been seeing videos of people legally getting their American citizenship. Amazing, okay? And it just shows me that, America is an amazing country. And I hate seeing how how the left is trying to, and in some cases, succeeding in ruining America. So, we could always talk about that. We could talk about anything, right? Or almost anything. If I have an opinion on it, we could talk about it. Um, I'm down to having a conversation. Okay, like I said, I'm just chilling at home, not really doing much. I'm on vacation right now. Right, I'm on vacation right now. Another amazing opportunity that America has helped me achieve. Right, to live the life that I lived. Um, so I just I ain't doing much, so I just want to, like, if you guys are bored, I'm a little bit bored. We could have a, you know, uh, conversation, maybe a bit of a small debate or whatnot. Um, but yeah, but I guess let me expand a bit on these prompts, right? Again, these are just topic ideas that we could talk about. We could talk about almost anything, right? If I have an opinion on it, we could talk about it. I have opinions on a lot of different things, so I'm definitely down talking about it. So, number one, modern protesters and activists are idiots, terrible humans, right? They destroy their cities, our cities. They don't care about human lives, nor do they care about America. Here's the thing. I also been seeing these kids, some middle schoolers, some high schoolers, even the stupid college students protesting. They're idiots. They're idiots. What are they protesting? What are these children protesting? Stop deporting illegal immigrants. The stupidity of that shows you that, one, they've been poisoned by the liberal propaganda, and two, they're stupid. Stop deporting illegal immigrants? That's what you're protesting? But oh, you are so against the deportation of illegal immigrants, but yet you didn't care when Biden did it. You didn't care when Obama did it. Shows you your level of intelligence and how poisoned you are by the liberal propaganda machine. All right, so that's stupid. And I've seen these so-called protesters destroy cities. Right, I've seen these so-called protesters. I was watching what is it, the Minnesota shit, right? Minneapolis or whatever. They're blocking traffic. They're doing blockades. They're checking IDs. Like, what the hell are you guys doing? The hypocrisy and delusion is that. And, like, who do you think you are impeding other Americans? The absolute insanity of that. Not just impeding in other Americans, uh, pretty much destroying the cities. I've seen protests, destroy public property, private properties, destroy cars. Ridiculous. Okay, so I'm sorry. The protesters and activists that got killed, you effed around, you found out. Or if you weren't stupid enough to go to these stupid ass protesters, maybe you would still be alive. So you got the results you got. That's thanks to your actions. Okay, so you know, another thing, the trans thing. I do have a bit of a contention with the whole trans movement. I think it's stupid, right? Such a small group of supposedly small group of people, but they're all over our society, right? All over our social media, all over our entertainment. Ridiculous, and I think it's just why are we celebrating and talking about mentally disturbed people? Why? We shouldn't. I'm sorry. We shouldn't be giving mentally disturbed people airtime, right? We shouldn't give mentally disturbed people. You want to be trans, fine, right? In your own home, in your own little space, fine. Do what you want. But I shouldn't be. I shouldn't be hearing shit about you. I shouldn't. So, no, I'm definitely I'm definitely not into that. And plus, women that support this BS, you're anti-woman. The insanity that you call out men for their misogyny, yet it's okay if men pretend to be women. You support that. You support men pretending to be women, yet if men are critical of women, that's misogyny. Right? It's okay for you thinking that being a woman is a costume that men can wear, but God forbid men critique women. That's misogyny. The hypocrisy in that. That's anti-women in my opinion. Right? Women that support the trans movement are honestly some of the stupidest women around. I'm sorry. Right? You are definitely anti-women. You don't really support women. You support men being women. You don't support women. All right? You don't. So I would think, I would think that out of anyone that are against should be against trans women, should be women. Right? Womanhood is not a costume that you can wear anytime you want. I have a video, a short, right? Please check it out, right? If you are interested, of a man, a trans woman, saying that that it has periods. Periods? It's a fun fact. Fun fact. Trans women have periods. That's a fun fact. That's fun. So really, it's just a costume. It's just a costume these mentally disturbed people wear. Right? It's a fun fact that you supposedly has a period, which BS. But check that video out. Right? It's one of my shorts. So if you want to see more context to that, please check it out. So. Number 3, abortion is murder, 100%. Right? This is the thing. I hate this. I hate that. I've said this before, where I am pro-choice, not pro-abortion. Pro-choice, adults, you do what you want. Right? You do what you want. But I'm not like promoting or happy that you want to abort your kids. You want to abort your babies, whatever. But be honest. You are murdering. You are killing babies. You are. Just be honest. That's it. That's my thing with the whole pro-abortion movement. Oh, it's like, no, it's just a zygote. It's just cells. We're not killing. No, just be honest. You are. At least I would respect the pro-abortion movement if they were just honest about it. Yeah, we're fine. Yes, we are irresponsible women, right? We don't want the babies. Okay, we had kids. We got pregnant by men we don't want or men that don't want us. So we don't want the responsibility, the consequences. We don't want to suffer the consequences of having a baby. So we're just murdering the baby. Fine. I'm not great about it. I'm not saying I'm happy about it, or I'm not saying that it's a great thing. But if you're honest, it's like, okay, fine. You know what? It is what it is. You're honest about it. You know it. But people, the people who say, oh, it's just a clump of cells. It's just a zygote. It's not conscious. It's not a human. You're trying to lessen the burden, right? You're trying to make yourself feel better. Stop it, right? Stop it with that BS. You are murdering a baby. And yes, it's for women to dodge accountability. The accountability of you, the women who wanted to abort their baby, you had a kid, right? You had a kid, had a baby by a man you don't want or don't want you. The responsibility of that. And then you don't want to deal with the results of that, the consequences of having, casual sex or unprotected sex with men you don't want or men that don't want you, so you don't want to suffer the consequences of that. Be honest about it. At least I respect that shit, right? At least I would respect that these women would be, they're honest. So number four, yes, I think all Asian people, all Asian Americans support it, right? Or a majority of them. I support ICE and the deportation of illegal immigrants. I'm sorry, right? Now, here's my thing, right? Maybe a bit controversial. If you cheated the system and you won, good for you, right? It is what it is, right? People do it all the time. I'm not saying that, we're not, no one is an angel. No one is like, you know, not without sin, right? It is what it is, right? Everyone has, yo, what is up, my brother? Highly game worthy. What is up? Everyone has, you know, done what they can, taxes. How you do? I'm good, my brother. I'm good. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Everyone has, done things to get upper hand. But let's be honest. If you got caught, you got caught. Consequences. That's consequences. So if you tried to cheat the system, right, and you got caught, well, back in line you go. Thank you. Thank you for loving the content, right? Thank you for following. I love it. I love it. Much respect. I love you, right? I love you, right? The ones who like my content, follows, much love, right? Much love for you guys. You guys are amazing. I appreciate you guys immensely. So I love it. But yes, like I said, if you got caught, okay, just be an adult, right? Take accountability for it. Back in line you go. Try again, right? Or try the legal way, right? So thank you. Thank you. I love people who share the same point of views. I love it. My brothers. I love it. Right? I love it. And number five, liberals do not love America. They're ruining America. I've said this countless times before. America first. I love America, right? And I believe liberals, I believe Democrats, I believe feminists, I believe the left are ruining America. They don't love America and they're ruining it. So I think any small amount of people who go against them, who counteracts them, I'm all for it. Because I honestly believe the left, liberals, all this shit, they ruin America. I think they ruin other countries too, right? The things I hear about UK, I feel bad for my UK brothers. I feel bad for my UK brothers because the liberals, the left, their versions of the Democrats are destroying their country. And I believe that it's happening to us. So I'm definitely against that, right? I'm definitely against the left. Now, I'm not saying the right, I'm not saying Republicans are perfect. Of course they're not. I think both sides have their, bad, negative parts. In my honest opinion, I think the right at least loves America. Generally loves America. I rarely, if I ever seen it, I don't think I've ever seen it, hear the right say something bad about America. The left constantly hates on America. Constantly hates on America. Wants what? Communism, wants socialism, wants whatever, like a bunch of like stupid ass people that don't deserve their American citizenship. Hell, if if liberals love illegal immigrants so much, they should give their American status to these illegal immigrants and leave America. I think that would be better. Oh, that's awesome, right? You have 11K subs? Bro, I don't know what kind of content you do. I gotta check it out, right? Maybe you do gaming. We should collab, right? I'm always down. I mean, like, subs are nice, but my views are very controversial. So I'm always doubtful that I will get much traction. Plus, I'm not like, I admit, right? I'm not good looking. I'm not charming. I'm not like, I don't have no niche or anything special to garner a whole lot of views or subscribers. It's all good, right? I'm not doing this to necessarily gain followers or whatever. I do it because I do love it, right? I love talking about the shit. I love talking to like-minded people. I love talking to people who may share the same kind of views, right? And I'm passionate about these things, right? I always love talking about certain things, and it's fun to just air it out, right? Keep it in your head doesn't do nothing. So I always like to, share my point of views. Plus, I always think this, right? I think us as people, we need to talk to each other. We need to be able to talk to each other. So I'm always down to, I like creating these things so we could talk to each other, so we can share point of views, right? Or disagree to or agree, whatever. So I'm always, that's what I love to do, right? Whether whether I become big or not, I mean, that'd be great, but that's not the biggest concern, right? I just love talking to people about, point of views and stuff. So thank you guys for being here, right? Please like if you guys could. If you guys subscribe, that'd be great. But I mean, if you guys are bored, let's have a chat. Let's have a conversation. I think the best thing for us as Americans, as people, as civilized people, is just to talk to each other, right? I'm very respectful, right? I don't like to insult people. I try to, if we disagree, try to find a common ground. If we can't, well, we agree to disagree, right? I think that's I think that's the best thing that we could do, right? If we can't agree with anything, if we can't agree, we just agree to disagree, right? I will respect you for your opinion. Hopefully you respect me for my opinions, and that'd be the amazingness, right? I'm trying, at least for me personally, I'm trying to create a platform where we can talk to each other, right? The left can talk to the right, women can talk to men. It don't matter, right? We can talk to each other and we'll respect each other for each other's point of view, right? I don't have to change your mind. You don't have to change my mind. We let the viewers decide if, whatever point makes sense to them. So that's my purpose, all right? You guys are amazing. Thank you guys for checking out the live, all right? I mean, if you guys disagree, let's have a chat. Let's have a chat if you guys disagree. I mean, I would love to hear people who agree too, right? You guys are amazing. Thank you guys for being here. I don't mind expanding on any kind of views I put out. But yeah. But I'm just seeing like the things that are happening in America, all the protests, all the things that's happening, and I'm just seeing that we need to talk things out. We need to figure out things, right? We need to understand each other better. I think a lot of stupid things are happening. New York is going down the toilet, right? California is already in the toilet, in my opinion. Seeing kids that protest is absolutely heinous and stupid, right? Teachers need to be reprimanded for that shit. Jim, what is up? I think only women should have a decision in regards to abortion. Jim, interesting. But do you think that so your opinion, right? I think only women should have a decision in regards to abortion. So because of that, do you think that only men should have a decision on child support? I would love to understand your view, right? I think only women should have a decision in regards to abortion. Do you also think that only men should have the decision on how child support? Because here's my thing, okay? If we have the court systems where fine, right, and we have women saying it too, only women can decide on abortion, okay, but they must also agree only men can decide on child support, right? Make that legal. Put that into writing. Put that into law. Only men can decide child support. Only men can decide how much she gets, or if she gets child support at all, or anything surrounding child support. Only men can decide it. Women can't decide it. The courts can't decide it. All right. If that is because your logic got to be consistent, right? This is the thing where I don't understand people who say only women. If you don't have a uterus, you can't decide. You have no opinion. But yet, if a woman then decides to have a child, that man is now responsible for. Now he has no say in child support, but he had no say when she decided to have a kid or not have a kid. So really, where's the equality in that? Where's the equality in that? That's why, like, where's the consistency in that? So women have a say in whether they can abort a baby or not abort a baby. Men don't have no say in it. Yet, men also have no say in whether he can give child support or not give child support. So really, it sounds like a whole bunch of equality right there. Yeah, that don't fly with me, right? The logic is not consistent, because when people say, when they counteract the whole child support thing, it's like, oh, it takes two to tango. He's responsible for the child. Okay, so if he's responsible for the child, then he should have also a say if the child lives or dies. I'm sorry, it is what it is, because how can women have a say in that child live or dies, yet a man doesn't? What happened to two to tango? Or he was a part of it too. See the inconsistency in that logic, and that's what I'm talking about. So, but I definitely, I mean, that is definitely a talking point of women, or definitely a talking point of the left, right? But the logic is inconsistent. Now, this is the thing where if you can make the logic more consistent, more logical to me, I'm definitely down. The recipe you shared gave me diarrhea. I mean, fun game zone. It is what it is, my brother. You can watch me while you go into the toilet. All right? You can watch it while you go in the toilet. The amazingness of the internet, or the amazingness of social media. Right? While you are relieving your diarrhea, you can still watch. Right? Oh, I'm always down. I'm always respectful, and I'm always down for the haters and trolls. I love it. Right? You guys are amazing too. And that's the price of the internet, right? Haters and trolls, that comes with the internet. No problem, my brother. No problem. I'm here for solutions. I'm here for solutions. You know, I'm great. I'm happy that I gave you a solution. So, but mad respect, right? Haters and trolls. Truthfully, I respect you guys. Right? I know that you guys are part of the internet. You guys are part of social media. Mad respect. It still adds to the algorithm, right? If only you guys could like the stream, that would be amazing. But I get it. I get it. But thank you guys for all being here. All right. Thank you guys for checking out the live. Like I said, if you guys are bored, I'm bored too. My man, bless your kind heart. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Much love. I mean it, right? I grew up in a time, right? The 80s, where we can, talk shit to each other. I don't, my feelings won't get hurt, right? My feelings don't, I get like a whole bunch of haters. So my feelings does not get hurt. And I respect you guys, right? Tough skin. Today, the people today, they don't have tough skin. That's the stupidity, right? You go online, you don't have tough skin, you're weak as shit. Right? I've gotten death threats. I've gotten insults. I respect you guys nonetheless. Right? Right? If I can take it, I can give it. So I respect you guys. I know that hate and trolling, it's part of social media, right? I think only the stupid weak kids don't understand. It's part of social media, right? No, not everyone is going to be like, handing you with kid gloves. So, but I still respect it, right? People don't understand that's part of the algorithm, right? Even the haters and trolls add to the algorithm. And like I said, I grew up in a time where we were busting the shit on each other, right? We can make fun of each other, and we'll still be friends. That's the time I grew up in. And I have plenty of people who say, like, ever been to a Call of Duty lobby? A Call of Duty lobby, they will talk shit out of you. Trolling is an art. I don't disagree. I don't, right? It's a thing. Being able to interestingly troll people, I don't, it is what it is, right? Hate, the haters and trolls, like I said, mad respect. I still thank you guys for, look, this is the thing where I will respect it, right? As long as it's not like insane derogatory, right? Because the YouTube algorithm, this ain't Twitter or X. You can't just say crazy ass like crazy cuss words. I don't know. It's stupid, but I mean, if If YouTube didn't have those restriction, I would say, fuck it, say whatever you want. I don't care, right? I'm not gonna cry about it. I wouldn't cry about it either way. But it's like YouTube is it's very touchy, and that's the problem. And I still want to create content, so that's the only thing, right? If I have like some banned words, it's my, it is what it is, right? If YouTube was less touchy, I would say you can say whatever you want. Racist shit, sexist shit. I don't give a shit because I don't care, right? I'm not. I grew up in a time where, you know what, sticks and stones will break my bones, but words will never hurt me, right? That's the time I grew up in. I don't. People are not. People can say shit to me about me. I'm not gonna be fazed by it. But YouTube is not the same thing, right? YouTube is made for the touchy liberals, right? YouTube is made for the touchy liberals. So I mean, sorry if sometimes you can't comment certain things. Thank Jim Young. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the love. Right? My speech touched your heart. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Right? But yes, like I said, I respect the trolls and haters because they add to the algorithm. Like I said, if YouTube didn't ban or censor people, I wouldn't have. I would like, you could say whatever you want to me. I wouldn't cry about it, but YouTube does. So it is what it is. But yes, I grew up in a time where we could talk to each other, right? You want to say shit about me? I'll say shit about you. Now, I don't care if you say shit about me. I try not to say shit about you because I don't want to get banned. But it is what it is. But I can tell you this: I've gotten certain strikes on TikTok because I've said some shit. So, I try to be more PC on TikTok. This is the problem when, if you try to be a content creator, you gotta be PC. That's the craziness, right? It's like this ain't I'm not being a content creator on X, so it's hard to be PC. Or it's hard, you know, it's hard to be more you know, uh PC with your words. But yes, like I said, right? We can always talk about things. You want to see the prompts we have, the comment, because like again, I wouldn't call myself a Republican. I wouldn't call myself a Republican or a right wing person. I'm gonna say like center right. I will say center right. Okay. I can see the negatives on both sides. I just see that the left is a whole lot worse. Okay. I see the left is a whole lot worse. The left is a bunch of deranged, mentally unstable, emotionally unstable, non-Americans. Right? That's how I see it. I've been critical of the right. I've definitely been critical of the right. It's just that if you want to compare the two, the lesser of two evils, the right is Republicans are the lesser of two evils. While Democrats, the left, are absolutely disgusting group of people. I'm sorry. They're a disgusting group of people. They're non-Americans. They're not Americans. All right. I mean, prove to me otherwise. I mean, yes, it's a American right to have freedom of speech, but it doesn't give you freedom of consequences. And when your speech pretty much shows you how un-American you are disgusting to me. So 100% agree. Jim Young's exactly. Be selfish. Vote whoever represents your interests. I agree. Okay? I don't disagree. Okay? That's the American right. That's the right you have. Vote for whatever represents your interests. But it doesn't mean that, consequences don't come, right? It doesn't mean that ridicule or opinions don't come along with it. That's respectful. That's, that it happens like that. I don't care who votes for who, right? I could care less if you vote for a Democrat, you vote for Republicans. I don't, right? I do like to talk about or pick at or have opinions on, viewpoints on why you did what you did, right? Okay? Because this is the thing where so many people voted for Obama because he was black. Okay. That was stupid. But it's your right, right? You vote for whatever your interest is. That's your right. Stupid, but that's your right. Same people wanted to vote for Hillary or Kamala because they're women or women of color. Another stupidity, right? Another layer of stupidity. It's your right. It's your right to vote however you want. Doesn't mean that, you know, there's no consequences or there's you know, no opinions against it, right? So that's my thing, right? That's how I see it. You can vote for whoever you want. Doesn't mean that, people won't say shit about it. But thank you guys for being here, right? I mean, I'm no one special, not a big streamer or a content creator, but still, thank you guys for coming by, checking out the stream. Mad respect, right? I respect you guys nonetheless. Even if you guys check me out for a few seconds, or your subscribers, your followers, right? Your trolls, your haters, I still mad respect you guys, right? Even checking out, because I'm a nobody. I'm a nobody. So for you guys to come out and check out the stream, mad love, mad respect, okay? So guys. I mean, hopefully, like, you guys would check out content a little more. That would be amazing. But if you guys don't want to, all notice, right? We notice. Hey, it's all good, right? I'm self-deprecating a lot of times as well. This is a thing where, I try to be as honest as possible, right? I try to, I'm not, I'm not saying I'm like charming or anything special. It's all good, Jim. I love it. Oh, I love it. Like I said, I grew up in a time where we can bust on each other, right? So I don't mind. Boy, I grew up in a time where all those mama jokes, all those Asian jokes, all those fat jokes. Woo. Kids today cannot, survive, back in the 80s, 70s, and like back in those days. Kids today cannot survive back in those days. They would like, poo. They think that what's happening now is bullying. They don't know shit. Right? And you know what? Maybe controversially, I think a bit of bullying is a good thing. Now, physical bullying, I'm not necessarily a supportive of physical bullying, but bit of a banter back and forth. I don't mind. I don't mind. I'm not necessarily against it, right? Because it makes a bit of a tougher skin, thicker skin. Right? That's why I said I don't mind the trolls. I don't mind the haters. Right? I have a thick skin. Again, I'm saying, like, if you guys are bored, right? I'm a bit bored. Ain't doing much, just chilling at home. If you guys want to talk about, these prompts or anything that's happening. I mean, like I was gonna have about the Super Bowl thing, but that happened a little while ago. So I don't know if that's, that's very time sensitive, right? I definitely didn't care about the Super Bowl shit, right? I didn't watch it. So I definitely didn't care about it. I thought it was stupid. I mean, I had a back and forth with someone on Facebook because of it, right? But he's like, oh, you know what? It's like, oh, we should try to rep other cultures. Why the fuck should we do that? Why the hell should we be repping other cultures? It's America, right? We don't need to rep other cultures. No, we don't need, like, which the majority of 90% of Americans don't understand Spanish, should not be watching, something about Spanish. I was like, okay, now what, right? Okay, so what? Next year is going to be Chinese. The year after that, Arabic. The year after that, Japanese. It's like, what the fuck is that? Football isn't a global sport. Football isn't a global sport. It's a national sport. So stupid. Like, what the hell is that? And it's like, seriously, Bad Bunny. You might as well had Pitbull. I had to think where Pitbull would have been better. The man sings both in Spanish and English. And he loves America. Pitbull, that mother effer loves America. Bad Bunny, I've seen him and I've heard him say shit about America. Like, literally, like, say bad shit about America, right? Put down America. Say like, to hell with America. So, no, I ain't, like, we don't need to celebrate people who don't like America. We do not need to celebrate or give people a stage that don't like America. No, kick that motherfucker out. You would have been better with Pitbull. Pitbull should have been, the halftime show if you wanted a Spanish speaker. It's so stupid. So I was thinking about that, but I figured the topic was a little bit old, So I wasn't, I didn't put. Yes, big mistake for the NFL. Why? What's up, my brother? Been ages. I love you. It was a big mistake for the NFL. I think it was stupid, right? Particularly during a time where we are divided, right? America is divided. The fuck are you doing putting an American hating Spanish motherfucker, right? Are you kidding me? The guy only sings in Spanish and hates America. It's like, are you kidding me? So no, I think that was stupid. Right? It only added to the division. Worst halftime show ever. Agreed. Why? Hope you're doing well, my brother. How are you doing? How are you doing? I missed you, I missed you. My brother. Definitely a terrible halftime show, and I believe that it was absolutely idiotic. I did not even want to watch it. When I knew that it was going to be all Spanish, I was like, fuck that. I ain't checking that shit out. That definitely not for me. I don't understand. I don't understand shit in Spanish, so definitely wasn't for me. I've been hearing counter reports about it was terrible viewership, good viewership. So I'm not sure. Nah, why I missed you, right? I missed you. Can't wait to go back home and have a, talk to you on live. How was your trip? You said you went around America. Was that fun? Did you have a good time? Definitely. I think it was stupid, right? I don't think that's. I had an argument with like someone saying that's inclusive or it's good to rep other cultures, and I was like, it's stupid, right? I think that was stupid. I don't think that um, you know because particularly like all Spanish, it's not help. It doesn't help. Cut short. Hope nothing terrible, man. I hope nothing terrible happened. All right. I hope nothing terrible happened that made you cut your trip short. All right. I hope you're healthy. I hope you're healthy, my brother. I hope you're healthy and you're doing well. And I can tell you this, guys, right? I'm telling you, followers, people who follow me, people who are active on my channel, I treat you guys like brothers. I view you guys as brothers. All right. I love you guys. So I get the NFL needs to bring in a new generation of fans. Are you doing that? Right? As like, let me. I always think this, right? The people that follow Bad Bunny, right? The people that follow Bad Bunny, they're not going to become NFL fans. I'm sorry. The type of fans that will follow Bad Bunny will not become, right? Will not become NFL fans. I'm sorry. I don't. I mean, like I could see it. I could understand that what the marketing is because Bad Bunny does cater to a new younger generation, but I doubt that's the generation that's gonna want to follow the NFL. I doubt that. Crew made work for me more enough to let Captain ask me come back. Oh, damn! They needed you back, huh? They needed you back. Hope they pay the cheddar more, right? Cutting your vacation short, making you go back to work. I hope they, made it worth your while. And I can tell you that you're probably amazing ass, right? You're probably amazing, right, at that job. That's why they need you back. But they gotta pay you for it. They gotta make it worth it. All right. Time on this earth is precious. So things gotta be worth it. Things gotta be worth it. But that's the thing where I love my live, right? I can talk to different people, talk about anything and everything, right? So, we don't have to necessarily just talk about the prompts. We can talk about whatever, right? If I have an opinion on it, we can talk about it, right? You guys are amazing. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. I love it. I love you guys. I mean, I'm gonna, re talk about the prompts again, right? Just for anyone who didn't catch my views in the beginning. Oh, wait a minute. All right. So, prompt number one: modern protesters and activists are idiots and terrible humans. They destroy their cities, destroy our cities. Don't care about human lives, nor do they care about America. I think what we're seeing today, right? These modern protesters and activists, they're idiots, terrible human beings. They're destroying public and private properties, destroying cars, destroying homes, destroying buildings. They're terrible human beings. They don't care about human lives, right? Oh, you think you care about, what is it? The two protesters that got killed by ICE. Oh, you care about them so much, right? But you crickets to the people that get killed, right? The women and children that were killed or hurt by illegal immigrants. Yeah, you don't give a shit about human lives. You don't. You just don't care about pushing your agenda. That's it. Right? They don't love America. They don't love America. They don't love things that would help America. Okay? They don't care about law and order. They don't. Okay? You need law and order for a stable society. They don't give a shit. Okay? If they cared so much about deportation, they would have cared during Biden and Obama. They didn't care then. They only care now because they hate Trump and because they've fallen for leftist propaganda. Okay? Two, trans people are mentally unstable people. And women that support it are anti-women. Okay? Trans people are mentally ill. 100%. They are mentally ill people. Stop it with the BS. Right? A man or woman thinking that they are, the opposite gender is absolutely insane. Absolutely mentally ill people. Okay? If I thought I was a dinosaur, that's fucking mentally ill. If I thought I was a black person, if I thought I was a white person, that's a mental illness. Right? It's a mental illness. These people are mentally unstable. I don't know why us as a society are supporting mentally unstable people. I'm sorry. They are not like, the marginalized black people. They're not like marginalized minorities. They're not. They are like the mental asylum people being free out in the streets. Right? These people, back in the day, would have been in mental institutions. Right? They would be in mental asylums. But because we've gotten rid of those, right? We've gotten rid of mental asylums. which thanks to Trump, it's back, but who knows what's going to happen with it. But these people, the trans people, would have been in mental asylums because they are mentally unstable people. But because they're not locked up in asylums, they're out in our streets. They're effing with our society, right? And women that support this BS are anti-women. How can you, on one hand, call men that are critical of women, how can you, as a woman, on one hand, call men that are critical to women, right? Critical, have opinions against women, misogynists, yet you support trans people dressing up as women like costumes, right? I have a video on my shorts about a trans woman saying that it has, how do we treat people with depression? We give them medication, right? Alan, you did what is it? You did a long message on one of on the what is it? The older people pursuing younger people. I want to reply to that, right? It's a long, you put a long response, so it's gonna take me time to reply to it. How do we treat people with depression? We give them medication or we put them in a hospital, right? Yeah. Oh yeah, my bad. I was high and just very confused. Yeah. So I mean, like, I'm gonna have to read that through. I'm gonna read that thoroughly to be able to respond to such a long ass message. I'm also high right now and still very confused, but I'm also very curious. Yeah, Alan. I'm always down to talk to you, my brother. This is the thing where, you know what? Alan is an example. I've said it, right? I miss and respect the haters or disagreeers or whatnot. So I love it. It doesn't matter, right? I mean, I'm just saying that I do want to respond to you, right? I always love responding to you. But the longer you make shit, the more it takes me time to respond because I want to read it carefully and respond to it to the best of my abilities, right? Because you and me, I respect your opinion, so I want to give the respect back by giving you the best of me, right? The best of my opinion. So that's why I said I respect you. So that's one thing. Right? I respect you. So if I respect you, I want to give you a more accurate response and not just give you a quick whatever answer. So. But I don't know what you mean, right? We medicate our depressed. The people are depressed, right? We find solutions for them. We find solutions for people who have mental instabilities, right? We find usually those solutions are medicine, right? I don't know, or therapy, medicine or therapy. And I to be honest, I think trans people need therapy. I think they do definitely need therapy. So, that's why instead of trans people getting medical procedures, they need therapy more. All right, number 3, abortion is murder, and for women to dodge accountability. I've said this countless times before. I'm pro-choice, but not abortion. What does that mean? Adults, do whatever you want, right? We are adults. Do whatever makes you, I don't know, whatever you want, right? But it doesn't mean that I am a big supporter of abortions. I'm not really, right? I think if you chose to have unprotected sex, or if you chose to have sex and, it happens that you got pregnant, deal with the consequences of it, right? Deal with the consequences of your actions. When choices, right? In life, choices, most choices, if not all choices, comes with some kind of consequences, good or bad, right? Wouldn't that also be the argument used against men trying to get out of playing? This is my thing, right? Here's my thing. Okay, it's either you are pro-abortion and right against child support, or not. You can't be both, right? You can't be. This is the thing where I agree. I agree that you know what, if a woman has a say or has 100% say in whether you can abort a child or not, men should have 100% say in child support. That's how I see it. What I mean, like this is my thing where that's my thing. Men have no control. Men have no control over child support. Men have no control over child support. Yet we are supposed to agree that women have control over abortion, right? Whether a child lives or not. That's my thing. It's the inconsistency of that logic. That's what I'm talking about. It's the inconsistency of that logic. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, but like you have a kid, you know just how horrific pregnancy can be for the woman, and it's not even when they wanted the kid. I think it's just kind of cruel to belittle them. It's not belittling. I'm not insulting women, right? I'm not insulting women. I'm not belittling them, right? My thing is that you chose the man you wanted to have sex with. The consequence is you got pregnant. Okay? That's the thing. It's just like very productive, D, and it makes people feel. I'm just, Jared Allen, my brother, right? In life, people feeling bad is not the. It's not. That's not my. I'm not gonna cry if you feel bad, right? Be an adult, right? Feeling bad, feeling good. Don't be such a someone weak. But dude, I mean, why perpetuate? But this is the thing where, again, we are perpetuating it, right? So we're trying to make it fair for women, right? Abortion, pro-choice, right? Pro-choice. You can choose to have a kid or not. But one, men have no choice in abortion. Two, men also have no choice in child support. So there's no consistency in that logic. That's my thing. That's what a lot of men think, okay? How about be consistent throughout, right? You want women to have control over, if they can have a kid or not, okay. And you want men to have no say in that, fine. The same should be done, right? This is the thing where women want reproductive rights. What about men? That's my thing. And I know it's a whataboutism, but I'm saying that this is why a lot of people talk about it, right? You can't have one, right? You can't have one without the other. That's my thing. Being an adult does involve being able to take insults, sure, but it doesn't mean you have to be the ones divvying them out. I'm not, I don't know about you, but I'm not trying to insult nobody. I'm not saying that anyone is a slut or any. You are shirking accountability. You're not being an adult, but I'm not calling women out of their name. So I'm not. I don't know about you. I'm not throwing insults at women. Women are the bringer of life. I try to make good decisions. Jim, let's not do that. Women are no. Being a bringer of life doesn't mean that you are smarter than anyone or you are. No, I don't. That's not. I don't agree with that. Right. I mean, great that you think that, but it's cute. It's cute and nice that you think that, but I don't. That doesn't. I don't agree to that. Right. My thing is that, like I said, I'm pro-choice, not pro-abortion. Okay. I just feel like you want to give women the power, right? The power of their own body. Respect to that, right? You want to give women the power of their own body. You should also give men the power of their own, right? That's my thing. There's no consistency in the logic. Not cute. I'm right. You're wrong. My brother, no, I don't agree to that. Right? I mean, we could agree to disagree. We could agree to disagree. I just don't think that just women being able to give birth doesn't mean that they always know what's right from wrong, right? That's not how it works. Okay, but group consensus of women says that they would prefer to have the choice if they end up having to make the horrible decision. So why do you feel your opinion holds power? Okay, so women want to have, understandable, okay? But in life, okay, whether you want something doesn't mean that's going to be true. So my thing is that, okay, nobody has that choice, right? We leave it up to the courts. We leave it up to the system. Just like, let's say this, just like child support, right? Men have no choice in that. Women should too. How can a woman choose to abort a kid or not? Because a man has no say in it. A man cannot force a woman to give birth to his child. Right? Legally, a man cannot force a woman to give birth to his child. So, again, or do we leave it up to the courts, or should we leave it up to, the individual? Because this is it's kind of a gray area. So, one, you want to leave it up to a woman to decide whether she has a kid or doesn't. Okay, but then you put it to the courts to decide whether a man has to pay child support or not. So that's the inconsistency in that logic. No, he can't. A man cannot force a woman to have a child. I mean, I'm just talking about the whole abortion thing. I mean, men can't say, oh, men cannot tell women that, oh, I'd want you to have an abortion or I want you to not have an abortion. Men can't do that. By taking away all ways to not give birth, what are you talking about? Again, right? One, a woman can find abortion, right? That's not what is the whole abortion thing is only now it's up to the states, right? Women can have an abortion. It still happens to this day, right? Women can still have abortions to this day, right? But I'm saying that the logic in it, right? I'm talking about the logic. So the logic is that women can decide whether they can abort a baby or not. Right? They don't want the courts, they don't want the law, right? They don't want the government involved in whether women can decide to abort a baby or not. Yet, if they decide to keep a baby, then they want the law, right, to decide whether a man gives child support or not. You can't have it both ways. Whether the courts, the government, and the law is included or not. That's my thing. So this is why I find the I don't know the number myself, but we can find it together. We could, right? We look at it. But I mean, I don't know the numbers. I'm not necessarily, I'm more talking about the logic, right? I'm not talking about necessarily let's give me some facts and let's talk about the facts. I'm more talking about the logic in itself, okay? Plus, okay, let me explain number 3 more better too, right? Abortion is murder. I'm saying how the left, they constantly want to make that seem like abortion isn't murder. It is. You're trying to murder a baby. You are murdering a baby, right? Right? You are murdering a baby. Just say for what it is. That's my thing. And again, you are trying to dodge accountability. It's more about the logic. It's not necessarily about right and wrong or the statistics itself. I'm more saying the ideology, the point of view itself. So. Guys, I don't know how much longer I'll be on the stream. Thank you guys for being here, right? My girlfriend is here, so what part of conception does life begin? Conception begins at the start, right? Conception begins at the point where the sperm hits the egg. That's when conception starts. Like, when does the sperm turn into a baby? I think it's already a baby when the sperm is in the egg. Is my girlfriend real? Yes. My girlfriend is real. I think that's start. I think once the sperm, right? Once the sperm hits the egg, yes, I have a girlfriend. You think, yeah, yes. The man, I usually, what? I'm an incel, right? People do, I'm not talking about you, Alan. I'm not talking about you, right? But a lot of people think I'm an incel. So, because of, like, the things I say. Thanks. But yeah, we'll probably won't be, I won't probably be ending the stream. Um, want to give her some, my left hand? No. I mean, she doesn't want to be on stream. No, it's not my left hand. But you guys, it's funny. Does she speak English? She speaks a little bit. No, I don't mind by judge. I don't mind judgment. People will always judge, so I don't mind judgment, right? Like I said in the beginning, I can always take criticism, trolls, hates. I grew up in a time where I'm thick-skinned. I don't know what that means. Does she have a white cane? I don't know what that means. Oh, does she know what you hold these views? Does she know my views? I explained it to her, right? She's definitely traditional. The blind? No, she's not blind. She's definitely traditional mindset. You know, so I wouldn't say again. I'm not like sometimes. I think a lot of people think I'm very extremist. I'm not extremist. I'm not extreme. I'm not like anti-women. I'm not anti-women. I'm not hateful towards women. I don't think my views are that extreme. I don't think my views are far left, far right. So I wouldn't really call myself anything crazy. But guys, that is it for tonight. All right. Traditional Vietnamese. She's traditional Vietnamese. I wouldn't call no, not traditional. She's not traditional Western. Truthish, truthish. Yeah. All right, guys. I love you guys. Right? You guys are amazing. White. Why? Thank you for being here, Alan. I love you, my brother. Right? I love you. I can't wait to get back to the States and we can have a proper conversation. All right, Jim. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for the love. Right? I love you. I do. All right. Even if we don't disagree, we don't agree. I still love you, my brother. All right, guys. I think that's it for tonight. Later.